Britain's telecom giant Vodafone failed in India. Mistakes over 18 years may now cost 200 million customers. There was a time when every street corner, every alley, and every mobile screen echoed with just one sound, "Hello Vodafone." The company had become the face of India's telecom revolution. Their iconic pug, the adorable little dog of the pug breed, won the hearts of millions to the point where people didn't want to watch an ad without him. A brand that once symbolized entertainment and technology is now struggling for survival. But this isn't just the story of a company, it's the story of broken trust, one that was deeply rooted in the hearts of millions of Indian consumers. Today, we'll peel back the layers behind that downfall and uncover how a global giant failed completely in a vast and emerging market like India. But before we begin, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you are the first to receive updates on all our new videos. So let's get started without any delay. This story begins in 2007 when Vodafone entered the Indian market by acquiring a stake in Hutchison SR. The launch was explosive. With a massive rebranding campaign, the slogan, "Hutch is now Vodafone," echoed in every household. The brand image grew so strong that Vodafone quickly became the most visible name on the mobile screens of India's youth. Meanwhile, Aditya Birla Group's Idea Cellular, active in India since 1995, had already built a massive customer base. In 2018, these two telecom giants merged to form Vodafone Idea Limited, 6. The goal was clear: to take on aggressive competitors like Reliance Jio and reclaim a leading position in India's telecom market. Unfortunately, the merger didn't go far. In fact, at the time of the merger itself, both companies were already in shaky financial shape. The telecom sector was caught in a brutal tariff war, triggered by the entry of Reliance Jio in 2016. With free data and unlimited calling offers, Jio disrupted the entire industry. Backed by billions in investment, cutting-edge technology, and a rapidly expanding network, Jio aggressively captured markets where older players like 6 were still in planning mode. 6, by contrast, was left with neither sufficient resources, nor a clear strategy, nor the agility needed to survive in this new era of competition. In its attempt to stand against Jio, 6 made one of its biggest mistakes, delaying technological and network integration. Despite the merger, the networks of Vodafone and Idea were never truly unified. Customers remained confused, sometimes using an Idea SIM, sometimes Vodafone, and this confusion drove millions toward more reliable alternatives like Jio and Airtel. On top of that, the company was already burdened with massive debt, and the pressure of AGR, adjusted gross revenue, dues only deepened the wound. The brand's dual identity, inconsistent network coverage, and declining service quality ultimately turned what was meant to be a powerful merger into a failed experiment. By mid-2020, when the company was on the verge of collapse, the government had to step in. In February 2023, the central government converted 16,133 crore worth of interest dues into equity, acquiring a 33% stake in the company. This move functioned as a bailout, giving Vodafone Idea temporary breathing space. Then, in April 2024, 6 launched a follow-on public offer, FPO, worth 18,000 crore, which was oversubscribed 7 times. In total, the company managed to raise 24,000 crore in funding. But this money was more of a bandage than a cure. It offered short-term relief but no long-term solution. As of March 2024, Vodafone Idea's total outstanding debt had reached a staggering 2 lakh crore. This included 1.33 lakh crore in spectrum payments and 70,320 crore related to AGR, adjusted gross revenue, dues. The company approached the Supreme Court seeking 3 major reliefs: permission to correct alleged calculation errors, a 50% reduction in penalties, and an interest rate capped at 2% above SBI's prime lending rate. However, the court rejected all pleas, calling them based on incorrect assumptions. This decision was a major blow, not just for the company, but also for the investors who had placed their faith in SIX through the FPO. Following this, in March 2025, SIX sent another appeal to the Telecom Secretary, requesting that the remaining 52,000 crore in AGR dues be converted into equity. Had this request been approved, the government's stake would have risen to 49% and nearly 75% of the AGR burden would have been lifted. But this time, the government refused to support the proposal. SIX turned again to the Supreme Court, but on 19th May, the court once more dismissed the petition. Immediately after the verdict, SIX shares plummeted by 10%, dropping to 6.72 rupees, triggering panic among investors. This sharp fall signaled a growing threat to SIX stability in the market and cast serious doubts over the company's ability to recover. If Vodafone Idea shuts down, the consequences will be serious. The company still has around 200 million users in India. Jio or Airtel alone will not be able to handle this customer transition. This will put pressure on the entire network, increase call drops, reduce data speeds, and possibly lead to higher tariff rates. It will also affect millions of rural consumers for whom SIX is still the only means of connectivity. This could also be a setback to the dream of digital India. There was a time when India had 12 telecom companies. But now, if SIX also shuts down, the Indian telecom market will be left with only two players, Jio and Airtel. This will reduce competition and leave consumers with fewer options. It will not only impact consumer rights but may also hinder technological innovation. With the rise of monopoly-like conditions, the pace of market transformation will slow down, and that could prove to be a major blow to the country's digital growth. For all these reasons, SIX survival is extremely important for the health of the telecom sector. This entire story also serves as a lesson that in a vast and diverse market like India, just being a foreign brand or having past experience is not enough. Here, customer needs evolve rapidly, and to survive the competition, continuous innovation, sustained investment, and strategic clarity are essential. Perhaps Vodafone misjudged the pace of the Indian market, and now its millions of customers and thousands of employees are paying the price. This story also reminds us that even a strong brand can collapse in an instant if it fails to understand the pulse of the market.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.